Hey traders, checking in on the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space. We had a very bullish weekend for the alts over the long holiday weekend. Now the Bitcoin bulls are trying to remain within striking distance of all-time highs with a very bullish pattern currently forming. I'll show you the levels that will confirm a cup and handle and will negate a cup and handle. For me, that is the pattern that I am watching for the rest of this week. So we'll start it off with Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and right now we have a very clear double top of resistance at 60.1 thousand. We have a daily bull flag attempt, and that is resulting in a cup and handle. It's not your picture perfect cup and handle. Picture perfect would be the all-time high that we were having this resistance with. Instead, we have that double top, and if it breaks, the all-time high would then be right behind it. Just a little difference. We would ideally want to see if you break both sides of the cup, then you have a lack of resistance anywhere nearby, which is what leads to that breakout follow through. But the pattern is there regardless. With our rejection from resistance, our bull flag consolidation, and we're either going to see increasing bull volume and a new all-time high or a failed cup and handle. And at this point, the level is 56.4K. If this low of 56.4 breaks, then the cup and handle is negated for me, and I would then condense the chart down to the 3-day time frame, and I'd be watching an equilibrium with the all-time high, the higher low. That would be a lower high, and then it would be up to the bulls to hold 50,000. Otherwise, it's a head and shoulders. So this is a very important next 2-3 days that we have in front of us here to either confirm or reject from that pattern. So what I did, and if you go back and watch the last crypto video, I was talking about my game plans for adding to my position, and every day just patiently waiting for a daily high or low, patiently waiting for daily consolidation, patiently waiting, patiently waiting, patiently waiting, looking for hourly oversold conditions to add, and we eventually got it. So it took a lot of patience, but then the trade came to me. So I was scaling into this weakness and was making entries. Mostly, I made a couple little nibbles up here just to get some anti-FOMO positions established, but then I was scaling in fairly aggressively for me personally in the lower 57s. And that is because first hourly oversold conditions after a significant bull move, and again, looking for a daily high or low to be the most likely scenario. Did I know it was going to be a bull flag? Possible? No. But I was entering for that possibility, and I certainly saved capital. I'm not all in. I entered a bit more aggressively, anticipating that if we did drop down to 55, 54,000, I would end up being in a mostly full position. So that allowed for my initial entries on that hourly oversold drop to be of decent size. So my game plan now shifts. Now that we've seen enough bounce off of 56.4 thousand, that is now the stop level that I'm putting all of my entries from this consolidation are going under that level. Because again, if that level breaks, it's not a cup and handle to me, and I would then want to be back to conservative mode. Right now, I'm in aggressive bull mode, playing a daily bull flag. If I'm wrong about it being a daily bull flag, I want to go back to a conservative position. So I do have a tight stop. It limits the risk, and we'll see if the bulls can follow through or not. We have to see the increasing volume. We've got increasing volume today with the bull break that just took place this morning, but we need more than 20-day average volume if we're going to have a convincing breakout to new all-time highs. Normally, I would look at this pattern and say, I'm not that bullish. We've got a double top. We've got clear resistance. I know a lot of people are talking about the RSI divergence, the MACD divergence, the decreasing volume on the monthly. One note on that, just keep in mind when you're looking at volume, last month, this is Coinbase, volume was 750,000, but the middle of the price range was 40,000, 45,000. We'll call it 45. Middle of the price range, 45,000, 750,000 coins traded. So last month we had 600,000 coins traded, but the average price, and again, I'm just very roughly estimating, but it was in the $50,000, $53,000 range. So just keep in mind, if the price is 15% higher and you trade 15% less volume, it's the same amount of dollar volume. It's not the same amount of dollar volume here. It is declining. It's just declining less significantly dollar volume-wise than coins are showing you. The reason I am leaning bullish is because the broader market is extremely strong. The altcoins are running, and those are enough reason for me personally. S&P 500 We were watching this cup and handle all last week, and we got a beautiful move off of it because it confirmed in a beautiful way. All-time highs, consolidation, failed to break it, bull flag, and how's that for a breakout? So very convincing. And this is the same pattern on Bitcoin, slightly different because it's not coming off the all-time high. It's just below the all-time high. But again, that's why I have a bull lean. And if I'm wrong, it'll be a small loss. And that is very acceptable. Good risk to reward, in my opinion. The dominance chart finally broke. We were watching this weekly equilibrium for a long time. And it finally broke down and is seeing notable follow-through. So we've had a bit of a mini alt season over the last week of trading. And we're going to look at a lot of coins that are showing a lot of strength. And it continues to see relative strength against Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is crushed. RSI levels are crushed. Bounces aren't doing much. We're seeing on drops, when Bitcoin drops recently, the altcoins drop faster, but they also bounce harder. So we're not seeing any ground gained in this dominance chart. And again, if you are an altcoin bull, you want to see this chart stay as weak as possible because it means altcoins are going up relative to Bitcoin. And then you can look at the total as far as market cap and say, okay, it's still up at the highs. That means money is not leaving Bitcoin to go to altcoins. It means additional money is coming into the market to go into these altcoins. So that's good for altcoin bulls. ETH/USD daily bull flag attempt. If 1980 support holds, then this is a daily bull flag. And we hit a new all-time high. The ETH/BTC chart broke out in a big way. Multiple inside bars just broke bullish on the daily. So ETH remaining strong comparative to Bitcoin as long as the 4-hour uptrend is intact. We've got EMA 12 as a guide as well. And again, new all-time highs. So great sign for the bulls overall. I haven't had any swing positions in ETH. I did have a bid down just under 2,000, but I had to leave the computer. And so my order didn't fill on that bounce, and it would have had a great fill otherwise. But if I'm not going to be in front of my computer, I certainly do not have enough confidence to just leave bids in place in this market with what these monthly charts look like. But healthy, hourly consolidation right now. We got to go back to Bitcoin. Forgot to zoom in a bit. We got Michael Saylor buying more this morning. We've got a bull move. So we held the low, we broke the high of the bounce, and now we're seeing hourly consolidation. No red flags. Look at how many coins changed hands between 58.8 and 59.2. That shows me, again, I take that as bullish. Yes, there's a lot of selling up there because of how very overextended we were into that move. But the fact that that amount of volume up at those levels didn't drop the price really significantly shows me that there were still buyers up at those levels. If we're going to see these bulls keep confidence, next time we see 5-minute oversold conditions, which is potentially approaching, that needs to be our hourly high or low. If we see 5-minute oversold, we get a little bounce and then we drop to a lower low, then it's not the ideal scenario. If we see 5-minute oversold, a bounce into a 5-minute confirmed trend change, into an hourly high or low being set, that's your ideal scenario for the bulls to keep control. So we're not overextended on any time frame. It's just a question of, can bulls show up with the volume needed to take out these resistance levels? And you know there's a lot of shorts that have stops based off of 60.1 and the all-time high right now, and they're top fishing. And that's why cup and handles have bull follow through. You reject from resistance, you double top or set a lower high. The bulls that are going to take profit, take profit. The bears that are going to top fish. And then that bull flag forces anybody that top fished to cover. 12-hour does have a downtrending resistance line to be keeping an eye on. Look where we rejected. So that's still in play. And it's just, can the bulls keep the hourly uptrend all day today? If they lose it, we'll look for a 4-hour high or low, but every time frame that we lose the uptrend on from here decreases the odds of a daily bull flag a bit more and more. Of course, today's action all morning increases the odds of a bull flag, considering we broke the high of yesterday, little uptick in bull volume. But if we were to lose the hourly uptrend after this morning move, that would not be ideal. So we're watching ETH/USD and ETH/BTC, healthy, daily bull flag there. Theta, So again, just going back over, because it's so important to hammer in the relationship between the Bitcoin and US dollar pairing. I know I've been doing it for months at this point, but we've watched things develop. We watched ADA lose the spotlight. And when I say the spotlight, I mean a direct, very bullish correlation between the BTC and US dollar pairing that leads to a monster bull move. We see the break in correlation between those pairings, and then the coin fades into consolidation. And then the next coin gets the spotlight and everybody runs it. So ADA did it, and then Theta got the spotlight, and we recognized the spotlight dimming because the US dollar pairing broke the daily lower high bullish and the BTC pairing did not. And ever since that moment, the bears have had control. So you have an extremely bullish market the last week of trading, and Theta USDT has done nothing but go down. So if you are recognizing the spotlight strengthening and getting in on bull moves, and you're recognizing it dimming and diminishing, and you're exiting your bull positions and going to find the next coin, that is the ideal way to be trading the altcoin space, as far as ideally, what's the word? Not magnifying gains, compounding gains by moving from a coin that has run massively to coins that have not run massively and may be setting up to see their turn. And XRP makes the cut of this video because they're seeing their turn. So again, you look at this chart for Theta and there's no major red flags. We're seeing very healthy consolidation. Again, it's just about recognizing momentum, shifting, and going elsewhere as opposed to sitting through consolidation. That's if you're an active trader. If you're a less active trader, then you can sit through healthy consolidation, no biggie. Binance, all bull. New all-time high. Daily bull flag already confirmed. Looked a lot like ETH, but ETH has not confirmed the daily bull flag yet. Extremely strong move. The BTC pairing started to give us some clues, and we're getting follow through. The BTC pairing has not broken resistance yet, so we are keeping an eye on that. It would be a very minimal red flag if we were to reject and lose the 4-hour high or lows. So that's worth paying attention to, but as of right now, still very bullish. So XRP, finally getting a big bull move today, breaking recent resistance levels and zooming out to find the next resistance. We're looking back at 80, which broke, and now a lack of resistance. So what's more important to me, that's definitely important. Hourly, not consolidating just yet. 15-minute trying for a higher low. If we lose 15-minute support of 796, we'll zoom out and look for hourly higher low. What matters more to me is the BTC pairing, which is shaping up for a really nice weekly equilibrium. So unless this move is insanely massive, we are going to anticipate a weekly lower high is going to form. We are then going to anticipate a weekly higher low is going to form. And we are then going to anticipate that mid-summer, a couple months from now, maybe 3-4 months from now, we're going to have a really nice tightening weekly equilibrium on this pairing to be paying attention to. So we'll continue to monitor this because, again, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, and it's going to take months to develop if that is what we're going to get. But this will be something that we're talking about months from now and saying, watch this very close, a break is imminent. And for now, the question is, how long can the bulls remain in the spotlight? Because the spotlight is here. And when you cannot tell the difference between the US dollar and the BTC pairing, it means you are in the spotlight. Bullish correlation, hourly higher lows off EMA 12 support, hourly inside bar currently forming. It's the same chart. Watch for that to change, for the spotlight to fade. But as long as it is there, XRP is in the spotlight. Link. I forget where I was in my Link trade the last time we talked. It's today Monday. I was probably still in it. I'm out of that position at this point. Entered from the 28s, exited some in around 31, exited a bit more on a 4-hour lower high. We did have a nice 4-hour equilibrium break bull. I was sleeping, but happy with my gains and really just shifting my focus to Bitcoin, being a little bit more aggressive on Bitcoin. So took those Link gains and pretty much just Bitcoin for me until we get some resolve as to whether it's a cup and handle or not. As far as Link USD, daily higher low is set, 28.72. Bulls need to break 33.15 to see continuation. And as far as the BTC pairing is concerned, it is still very correlated, which is a good sign. and need this follow through. Look at these altcoins that are very similar here. We got Link with the falling wedge bull break, but now needing the higher low and higher high follow through. You got YFI BTC with the same thing, needing the higher low and higher high follow through. And you got LTC just now getting that follow through. And when I was pulling up these charts, we didn't have that bull break yet. So LTC BTC is ahead of the game as far as breaking the falling wedge-like pattern bullish, but more importantly, the higher low and continuation. So nice laggard action. And again, that's what everybody that has been trading the crypto space for years is doing right now. Okay, altcoin gains over here. Let's take that profit. Let's go over to this coin. It's about to run over here. In 2017, that is all that we did. Ethereum to Litecoin to Bitcoin to Litecoin to Ethereum, just back and forth. And that's what allowed for massive compounding of gains, where if you can make 10% in one coin and then go to the 10% move in the other coin with more capital, it's just powerful. So YFI USD, daily higher low is set at 35,200. But again, it's the BTC pairing that's more important to me. Can we break to a higher high? And it's the same thing for LTC, which has now done it. So LTC, daily resistance being tested, 217.88, and 230 comes behind it. And again, all you got to do is look at the Link weekly chart and the LTC weekly chart with their US dollar pairings. Link and LTC were the exact same chart. Link broke bullish over weekly resistance days ago, and LTC is trying to follow and do the same thing. Have to get over 230 for that to happen. Watch the BTC, US dollar pairings. Watch the dominance chart. It is definitely due for a bounce. And when that dominance bounce happens, we'll be looking for some focus to shift back towards Bitcoin. Maybe if we do see the cup and handle confirm and we get new all-time highs, we'll see some profit taking in altcoins back into BTC. Just going to be looking for a short-term oversold bounce, even if it's just a 12-hour bear flag. We are seeing 12-hour RSI levels at historical lows. And granted, it's not a trading instrument with supply and demand like a stock or a crypto, but it is worth paying attention to historical overextended levels, and we are currently in one of those scenarios. Congrats to the bulls. Establish those game plans. Establish your list of coins. Coins that have faded the spotlight. Coins where the spotlight is brightening a little bit. Coins that have no sign of bullish correlation, but we're keeping an eye on it in case we get that cycle coming through next time around. That's all I got for now. Bitcoin bulls hoping to see an hourly higher low without even needing 5-minute oversold conditions. That would be nice. My profit-taking game plan, honestly, I'm going to take it one day at a time. Certainly won't take profit before all-time highs. I'm either going to get stopped out or will be in all-time highs. And then I will gauge in terms of volume, what are the altcoins doing, what's the broader market doing. All of these things will factor into how I take profit if the trade plays out. Feel free to ask any questions. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good long holiday weekend. It's going to get real interesting over the next 48 hours. Establish those game plans for multiple scenarios. I've got my I'm wrong game plan, and I've got my I'm right game plan to a certain degree. We'll see what it ends up being. Do good things. The mulching has begun. You can see all my pots and row covers that I had covering everything during the freeze. Most everything survived. Some stuff got damaged. That's the rhubarb that got pretty beat up. But over the next couple of days, this is going to look a lot better. Some of the frost damage, which hurts the flowers the most. Magnolia flowers cut short. Who's that?